Hello everyone, Beth Lindop here for the Liverpool Echo, just outside the Emirates Stadium after Liverpool drew 2-2 with Arsenal in the Premier League. Arguably Liverpool's toughest test under Arne Slot so far and quite possibly their worst performance, but that said, they managed to come back twice and get a point. There was a lot made in the build up to the game about the players that Arsenal might not have available. Bukayo Saka was one of them. He did start and he did score as he likes to do against Liverpool. It was a poor goal to concede from Liverpool's perspective. Andy Robertson done by a long ball over the top and Saka just cuts inside too easily and fires past Green Kelleher at his near post. Not many Liverpool players covered themselves in glory in the first half, to be honest with you. It was as poor a performance as there's been under Arne Slot, but they did restore parity through Virgil van Dijk. Captain headed home in the 18th minute. And then after that, Arsenal were just all over Liverpool, really. They dominated and they got the reward late on when they got themselves back in front through a Mikel Merino header. It was a long VAR check, but the goal was eventually given, and they were good value for the lead Arsenal at the break. And whatever Arne Slot said at half time did have the desired effect. Liverpool were a different team in the second half, still a way off the best, I think, but they definitely performed much better than they did in the first 45. The midfield started to sort of gain a little bit of momentum and a little bit more tenacity than they had in that first half, which was integral to Liverpool sort of helping to turn the game around. They had to wait till pretty late on for the equaliser that came through Mohamed Salah. Another goal for him in what continues to be an impressive season for the Egyptian. It was a good team goal actually. Started with Konate making an interception at the back. He picks out Trent Alexander-Arnold, who fires a long ball over to Darwin Núñez, who had a really, really good game actually. And Núñez was very unselfish, picked out Salah inside the area, and Salah made no mistake, as he rarely does for Liverpool. He finishes past David Raya, and ultimately it's a point gained for Liverpool. I think there was maybe a sense that Arsenal were there for the taking a little bit later on. They were without William Saliba anyway, one of the sort of main players, really, one of the top centre halves in world football at the moment. He was suspended after a red card against Bournemouth last week, so they were without him. They lost Gabriel in the second half, they lost Timber as well, so it was something of a makeshift back line, and for that reason there's an argument that Liverpool perhaps should have gone for it a little bit more at the end, but ultimately it's a point gained, having twice been behind. And Liverpool's pretty brilliant start under Arne Slot continues. They've dropped points now only in 2 games in the Premier League. They've been to some tough away grounds. They've been to Old Trafford. They've now been away to the Emirates. The second in the Premier League table, just a point behind Manchester City. Arsenal remain 4 points behind them. So overall, I think Liverpool have to be happy with the point. Perhaps not the performance, but there's lessons to be learned. And ultimately, they found themselves in a really good position after 9 games of the Premier League season.